Hello and welcome. In today's video, I wanted to share with you the process of painting an acrylic background onto this sketchbook page. I find it really fascinating how when there is just a line, as opposed to when the line is a border between two colors, it's like our brain sees the page differently. It's like we start to see an object and a background, as opposed to just a border. So I thought I would use some yellowish green acrylic paint. I'm using cheap craft paints for this. I mixed in some yellow with the green. I think I wanted it to be more yellowish green, but I wasn't being too fussy about the quantities. So I just went for it once it was a nice green, in my opinion. You can see that I'm struggling a little bit with this large paintbrush, not to go over the line. And another thing I'm struggling with is that the paint isn't laying flat on the page, but because it's sort of a heavy paint, it's a paste sort of, then it has like a raised texture and the bristles of the brush leave marks on the page. So I wanted it to be flat on the page, and this was really interesting. Later on, I found out that there's this property called leveling. Leveling basically means that once you put the paint down, it sort of spreads onto the page like ink, and the paint doesn't have the ability to create this texture on the page. So that was really interesting to learn about. And also I think it's also a matter of how much you dilute your paints and the quality of your paints. I think that making mistakes is a great way, or experimenting is a great way to learn about paints and your tools and all the little subtleties and differences. So you can see that after one coat, you could kind of see a patchy look. I wonder if using a higher quality paint like Liquitex Soft Body would have covered the page in just one layer. But in any case, I went over it with a second layer and it came out looking pretty uniform. And then what I did was I sort of continued the shapes onto the next page. And even though the next page is different, it's sort of connected to the first page. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and found it useful or entertaining, and I hope it inspires you to pick up a paintbrush and just try something you haven't tried before. Experiment with your art supplies. Don't let them hide away in your closet. Have fun with them. So if you enjoyed, please leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I'll see you next time.